So we're doing a VOD review, Plat 4 for AMR. Lusa. It's brand Jhin, which can be okay actually, because the brand dots, every single dot still allows Jhin to use W and snare the target, versus a Lux Swain. It's a lot of CC to play against there. I think both teams are, both like bot lanes are kind of volatile. Like they, well, whoever catches out who, basically, yeah, wins. Should win. Alright. Brand with stopwatch. I'm not sure about the stopwatch build on brand. I guess it could be okay for like the Nocturne or Talon later on in the game. It's not completely garbage. We'll see how it goes. He's already leveled up Pillar of Flame, which can be okay. Scouting at the tri-bush. So for nothing to really note here. I'm assuming he's just going to pull for red buff. Might need to be really careful coming through. He's going to have to get a safe way to go back into lane. He won't be able to go back through that try against that sort of comp. Yeah, going into here with the Lux and the Swain could be a little bit dodgy. Could take us some initial poke there, but... Okay. So basically it's just, yeah, try and land W's, harass. You're kind of waiting for level 3. Yeah. Oof, that's a crap ton of damage straight away. Just show you need to respect that Swain's route is incredibly difficult. You kind of have to be standing in the minion wave to kind of block it. Okay, yeah. Okay, let me just go back. You are like... You just got massively poked down from this fight here. And brand level 1 poke isn't like worth it at all. When you're level 2, then you'll have your stun. But like, there's nothing you can really do aggressively here. It's just occasionally land safe W's and that's basically it. I think kind of lucky that this Lux has E and not Q, to be honest. Missed the W again. Get rooted in again. Didn't respect the Swain's thingy again. Not a lot that the brand can do. He should just chug all of his potions in one go here. Okay, now you got a heal deficit now in lane. You can't really follow this up. You're kind of baiting Jhin as well to keep going a little bit as well. You really need level 2. Yeah. Okay, so what you usually need to be doing in this situation is... You should be trying to help your AD carry get to level 2 as quickly as possible. So, like, in this sort of situation here, you should be auto-attacking the minions, like, constantly. The melee minions. The safer ones. Because, like, this entire situation here, if I was this brand, I'd, like, prioritize on last hitting this minion here, and then trying to auto-hit this minion a couple of times, so both of you hit level 2 quicker. Just need to hit 2. Yeah. Just one hit here, one hit there would have been level 2. Just would have put yourself in a better situation there. This looks like unlucky timing. You're gonna have to get ready to flash away. You've got no flash. Oh, you do have flash. Okay. Just be careful still in this situation, because like you should be using all the potions. You should be definitely topping up your HP here. Against such a massive pokey lane like this, you need to make sure you top your health up as much as possible. There's no point just having that half pot sitting in your bag like that. Just top yourself up fully. Just stay back, do W pokes. Stand behind minion waves so that Q and Swain's root thing doesn't impact you as much. Oh... That was lucky. That was so lucky. That root was nearly on brand. That root was nearly on you. That was very greedy. It paid off though, but jeez. That was not worth the risk. Look how close this root is. It kind of... Yeah, lucky that actually Jhin is behind you, because that's what happens with the Swain root. Really lucky that Jhin was behind. Very lucky. You should die here though to an E auto attack from Lux. Lux messed up here. You should be running away. You're dead. Lux should have killed you in that first auto attack though. You should have been aware of that passive on you and you should have walked away. You should have survived that. It's just, I can tell straight away, like, you're very eager to harass a lot on brand. It's like, it's regardless of your own well-being. So you just want to get in there and just almost just die for whatever cause kind of thing. I think in the early stages of the game, you can't really do that. Later in the game, it doesn't matter as much because you just offload everything and then brand's cooldowns and stuff are kind of crappy anyway. So it's not like you can do anything there anyway. Once you use every single spell on brand later on in the game, that's unlucky your AD carry died like that. It's fine, but like when you're only level 2, level 1, level 2, brand actually really doesn't do that a lot. Like his W stuns, okay. It's pretty hard to like get both that combo off. The better one is EQ. And then obviously you get your passive. Once you land 3 spells on the enemy, then you do an extra 15 to 20% damage. I just think going all in so early is just, it's not worth it. Unless you get a clear advantage, which you didn't have, you were behind. I think this is greedy as fuck too. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, AD carry just died. There's nothing that you can do. If you knew that Scuttle was done, then it's like you could maybe like scout the Scuttle a tiny bit, but even that would have been quite risky, not knowing what the enemy jungler was. You're still like, you missed your W, there's nothing else you can use here. You should just like back off. Like maybe throw out a Q and then maybe just back off. You just want to be max range constantly. Not respecting the fact that Luxes could be in this brush either. Yeah, that's what gets you killed. Yeah. I noticed that as well in the laning phase earlier. You didn't respect that Lux was in this bush as well. Yeah, just need to be a bit more careful about that. Now Jin's by himself. You just like keep dying one by one. So now Jin's by himself. Now Jin's probably gonna die. Yeah, here we go. Alright, well Jin had to use flash. Swain used flash. Lucky Jin survived that bit there. Alright, so Graves has come down for the gank. Your priority is like, they're already like this far up in the lane anyway. Your priority right now is just to peel for the Jin. They're both gonna die 100%. It's just you want to just minimize as many deaths on your side as possible. So try not to give them that Jin. Try not your best not to let Jin die in this situation. I think Lux, she's going there's 2 more auto attacks gonna come out here. Jin's got Triumph, I think he's okay. Yeah. Bam. Okay, cool. Right, you have 2 options here. You push in a wave extremely hard, or you offer to freeze it for AD carry. Swain's already used TP to get back into lane, so in my opinion, it would probably be best just to push in this lane, like real quick, get Graves in as well, just push it all the way to the tower, and then recall. The other option of freezing lane isn't terribly bad. You're going to be, like, saving up a nice juicy way for Jin when he gets back. But the more gold that Jin has to go back to buy something nice would be better. So just push in this lane as quickly as possible. Don't worry if you take CS. This lane just needs to be pushed in as quickly as possible. Just WE the caster wave. Yeah, that's fine. Right, now you need to recall. I think you missed the brush of that ward, but whatever, it's fine. I think you need to recall. I think all of you need to recall. I'm not sure what you guys are doing. You guys are gonna... You're wasting too much time. Wasting so much time. No. You gotta... Alright, okay. If that... Okay, that happened. That was bad what just happened. But now Once again, you need to just push in this lane as quickly as possible and go straight back. Wasting way too much time here. You're going to get caught out if you stay any longer. Don't fight. Just don't fight. No. Yeah, that was bound to happen. Yeah. That was unnecessary. Should have just backed when I suggested as well. Graves had to use his flash to make it even 2 for 2. Real over aggressiveness on bot lane. Just know when to recall. It's a big thing. To be honest, I only really think that the reason why I'm like in mid diamond is just purely because of wave management, to be honest. I think my mechanics are like, these days aren't as good as they used to be, but just being able to control the wave is like 50% of the game. Knowing when to recall, when to buy is pretty huge. It's literally half the game. Then it's like 25% CSing and then 25% mechanics. And as support, you don't have the CSing issue apart from under tower trying to help out AD carry. Just be careful here. This whole situation here, you guys were focusing on 2 different targets here. I want to watch this back in slow-mo. First thing you got to notice here as well is that you've got level advantage. You both are going to hit 6 before they both hit 6. So you want to work on that as well. You've got 2 options here. You can always play aggressive here. Or you can just wait until you both get your ultimates. Just play it through that. Just like beat them by having ultimates kind of thing. Like, you've got, in this situation here, I'd switch. You sure you've done the W and Swain? But the Lux is now switched so far up front now, like ridiculously far up front. If you just do EQ on the Lux here, she has no summoners. Then that's a Jhin W and she should die extremely quickly. Just whack Ignite on her as well and she should die right there actually. I can understand getting caught up in the moment though and switching to the Swain here. It's a shame you haven't heard about Tan roaming down. Right, you're going to see Talon here. That's where you should both... I want to see how quickly you guys react. You reacted to... I want to see pings here. You should be spamming pings constantly. I think the best you can do against this Talon is E and then probably flash. And then if he keeps going for you, then you have Q under tower. Okay, well that's Talon hasn't even gone for you, so what you're doing right now is fine. Just don't overstay for it though. Jhin did kill Lux during that. Careful. Nice. You probably can kill this Swain. You've got enough mana for 1 combo. Shame about that Q. As soon as you hear that Nocturne ulti, you should be trying to run away though. But Nocturne didn't use his ulti. Okay. Only in Plat 2, guys. Oh my god, just auto him, dude. There we go. Don't help. You've got no mana. You've got no mana. Just stay max range. Don't give like them anything here. No, 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 no! This... Yeah. I think Xerath can still kill the Nocturne. Nocturne has no spell shield. He's about to have E, I think. I don't know why I'm commentating on this guy, but... Oh my... Oh. Yeah, he should have just saved his E and then did a Q for the guaranteed stun. That is hilarious. This is what gets sudden high Plat? Okay. Anyway. Let's see how much money you had, actually. I haven't been watching your items. You've got 245 gold in your bags and you didn't buy a control ward. I don't think you bought a control ward in the entire laning phase. I should have paid more attention to that. If this is your control ward, you still should be having one in your bag slots though. You got 240 gold. Definitely should have at least one control ward on you. There's no excuse for that. You've got the stopwatch available to you now, so let's see if you use it. Jin's gonna die because you weren't here again. Not necessarily it's your fault. Yeah. It's not necessarily your fault. Although you could have backed off away from the Nocturne and not have died, but... Okay, you've got... ult here. That's a really nice stun. Okay, Lux is dead. Keep chasing up, keep chasing up, keep chasing up with the Jhin ulti. I know you don't know about this guy, but I would do exactly what you're doing here. Oh, you missed too many skill shots there as well. Sometimes you can just use your ulti. I know it sucks for using it for one target, but just the slow on any target that's got Blaze on is pretty nice as well. You don't always need to use it for that mega burst kind of thing. Mega AoE burst. This is nice. Oof. Oof. Alright, I want to watch that again actually. Why can't I see your cooldowns? Is it because you died? Yeah, hold on. I want to watch this. So you got everything up. You have everything up here. Hold on. Nice Q, E, W. Right, back off that. Like, that's the main thing. You've done your main primary combo. You really should just back away. And if he chases you, then your Q will come off cooldown, and then you can just poke him with a Q. I think it's hard to tell with the because if you pause it in the replay client, it still puts your cooldowns. I just want to see what you've got here. Should you use stopwatch here? You got Q. Yeah, that's what you used. You missed, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a shame. This is what sometimes happens though in this meta. It's just death after death after death after death though. 355 isn't bad, but there are just a couple of mistakes being made. A couple of kills that have slipped away as well. So yeah, that was your control, but you should have just had one in your bag anyway. So I hope that you're building Oblivion Orb next. Nocturne ulti's coming straight through. You just need to back off. Yeah. Back off. But no. You keep doing too aggressive stuff. You haven't got your ulti either here, so you can't do a combo. Yeah, you're just too aggressive. Really aggressive. You need to. You're way more aggressive than me. You're more aggressive than me, and I think I'm pretty aggressive. You just don't know your damage ranges, and you're not paying attention to your cooldowns. Yeah. You had no chance of winning that fight at all. Not without your ulti. If you had your ulti, then things would have been a lot more interesting, but your ulti was like 5 seconds, 10 seconds on cooldown still. So yeah, just pay attention to your cooldowns. First thing you should be checking before going to fight is checking your ult cooldowns. Especially with any group fight as a brand, you definitely need to be paying attention to your ulti. If a group skirmish is going to happen or a team fight is going to happen as brand, and you don't have your ulti, you should be spamming your team to go back. That's how valuable his ulti is. You've got enough money to buy Oblivion Orb. Wait, what? You had 685 gold. And you had ruby and an amplifying tome. Have I just gone dumb? How much is the conversion cost of Oblivion Orb? 1,500 is Oblivion Orb, but then plus 665. Yeah, you had enough to buy Oblivion Orb here actually. I don't know why you didn't buy Oblivion Orb, but that's a crucial item to buy. The magic pen scaling early is super good. It's a shame you didn't notice that you had enough gold there for Oblivion Orb. Unless you're buying something else, which you shouldn't be. It should be an Oblivion Orb. Probably tell that you might be getting a little... If you're not paying attention to buying something as vital as an Oblivion Orb, you might be getting a little bit frustrated in game. Good job keeping control. At this point in the game though, you've lost your tower. The enemy bot lane should be roaming around. Now you want to see who's doing decently in your team and what your kind of win condition is. So if you look at the stats, the Xerath and the Graves are doing decently. I would say probably play around the Xerath, just wave clear as much as possible and you will get the game into mid game comfortably through that. You, Graves, Jhin, Xerath all have wave clear. So if they push down without Baron buff or a Herald, you should be able to protect the tower, to be honest. This is risky. Just gotta respect the Nocturne ult at this point because he's like one of the most fed up people on their team. Right, at this point you just want to siege down mid now. You want to join up with your team here. That's fine. Get the tower down. Put a ward down here. You got one. Always put a ward down here. I don't know if you're about to do it. Putting a ward down here on the first tower down is like insanely good map vision. Plus you can see if the Talon's going to roam around as well. So yeah, just always put a ward here. I think this is like the best ward place in the entire game because it can tell you so much. If the mid lane's not there, then he's either at base or roaming. And if he is there, you can tell straight away where he's about to go to. Kinda lucky that Nocturne doesn't ult you here. You're by yourself here and you're being extremely greedy here. Yeah, that you didn't need to go back in there. It's just you're too feisty. You want the fights too often. Especially when you're behind now. You don't have your items. Wait. You bought Haunting Guise. Please guys, just buy an Oblivion Orb plus the Sorcerer's Shoes. Getting 33 magic penetration? 33, right? Yeah, 33 magic penetration, super early, super good. Like, if you look at across the board on their items, for example, Singed has 41 magic resistance, so you'd be almost doing true damage to him. Same with Nocturne. Talon has a tad bit more from passive, but 49 magic resist. Swain's dead, I can't check him. And Lux is 32. Do you know what I mean? So, like, the closer you get to the 0 resistances on the enemy team, it's like, it has insane scaling. Once they buy, like, the about 30 plus magic resist, then it kind of evens off them on the magic penetration. But not a single person in any team has bought magic resist. So not having that is insane. Can you actually, is this blocking? So yeah, it's not blocking too much, is it? The donations and stuff. You can't see the magic resist on your guys' screens. Yeah, that's cutting off the magic resist. Let me... I don't think it's the end of the world, but I've mentioned their resistances anyway. So Lux is 32 magic resist. So yeah, just the closer you get to 0, the damage scaling is insane. That's why Oblivion Orb and Brand is so nice. You just get those two, the Sorcerer Shoes, the Oblivion Orb, and then you work towards the Leandries. And then usually you want to finish off your Morello just to stop any healing coming through. Thanks, Bed, by the way. Alright, you're kind of by yourself here, you know, your team's mid. If I were you, the only information you know, because Nocturne's ultied, is that you just need to run to the mid. Which is exactly what you're doing. I think he just used your ulti there on one target, which is a shame. I want to watch this. 0.5. It is a problem with the Nocturne ulti because you can't see anything here. You just came out of vision. Yeah, you're doing the right thing. You need to prioritize and try and CC this singed. I think E would have been better though. E doesn't do such a long animation here either. I think you're just trying to ult just to try and slow Singe down a bit here. I think it would have been better. I don't know. I think you needed to hit one more skill shot there for it to be worth it. But I think in this situation here, I think you favor too much doing WQ on one target rather than EQ. EQ is just like so much smoother. And it's like less obvious that the target has blaze on themselves. So just think of that. Like W is nice in lane, like as a max range kind of thing, because the range in W is longer than the E. But like in that sort of situation, you want to try to do E, Q, and then W. And also don't forget your W will do more damage if they have a blaze target on it as well. So your base combo on one target should be E, Q, W to do that extra 25% damage. Here you just get caught. It's just, yeah. Just get out of here if you can. Yeah, you're dead. Falling behind quite a lot now. And hey neighbor, hey dude. Let's just keep an eye on you. I just want to watch this for probably for another 5 or 10 minutes. I think we pointed out most of the key mistakes coming out from this brand player. Just, yeah, we'll do an evaluation and analysis afterwards. You've got a control ward. I would just put the control ward here. Just get some map control over the dragon. You're really far behind in XP as well. Careful, yeah. It's just like, a lot. You do that a lot. Just walk into the team when you know they're there by yourself. It's a very common theme here. Hey, am I a support main? Yes, I am, dude. I think I'm almost done seeing this replay because it's just the same mistake happening over and over and over again now. We'll watch one more death and see what happens. But the key theme is, it's just you're way too far behind. You need to stop playing back. This should be a kill. Just stay in range for another Q. You didn't need to do that. If you just stayed in range after the Lux missed her binding to do another Q, you would have got the kill without having to use your ulti there. You're dead here though. Nice return damage there on the Talon at least though. Will mean that he won't be able to do too much with that amount of HP. It's just, yeah, like the main thing as a support is like having map control, and there's no map control here. I think when you're behind, it's quite dramatic Jhin ult music. Is to have like this brush here is probably one of the most important brushes to have control wards. Once Baron spawns, then this bush here starts being like 50-50 between these two. So yeah. It's actually kind of epic. Jhin ult music is still playing. It's really cool actually. I kind of wish League had that sort of like music going on in the game as a background package that you could buy. Like some sort of like 80s techno package or something. It would be quite cool. Right, we'll watch one more death. Let's see if you get map control or not. Like, you would have known that Lux had vision here. You got your oracles up. You should just, like, as soon as you stand here, oracles should be popped. You should be trying to make sure that you have control, or at least some idea of control on your side of the map. Who's the best all-round support? Pyke's the best roamer, Nami's the best enchanter, well, Nami or Morgana's the best enchanter, and Brand's the best AP support. Fiddle's decent as well. Put in an honourable Fiddlesticks mention there. Buy yourself again. I know you're doing your best now to try and get map control. This is so ballsy. You can't go for that control, yeah. That's a kill on Lux though. That's lucky. That's lucky that she decided to do that. Just try and stay with Xerath at this point. You can't do this. You're too far behind. Don't even risk trading with assassins at this point. 3 levels behind that player as well. Just no need for the aggressiveness like that. Like, at this point you need to decide, are you gonna, like, you're too far away. Like, from what I've seen you do every single time, you just go in and suicide. So if you go in here to here and then suicide like that, I'm ending the VOD. Because you know there's 4 people there. You're gonna do it, aren't you? You have no chance winning this 1v4. Literally, am I gonna call this? Have they not switched to you? Should have died there. Like, I called exactly what you were gonna do there though. You should have died there as well. You're basically by yourself there 1v4. Yeah, that is, yeah, it's... You're not respecting your enemy, you're not respecting the situation that you put yourself in. You don't seem to care, like, if you're on 10% HP or 100% HP, you just always want to fight. You always want to fight. There's no brake pedal on you playing Brand. I guarantee you're about to be looking for another fight, you know? You don't want to. You just need to let your team poke. Don't go in. You've got awesome poke on Xerath. He's actually decently far ahead now. Just let him do the work. I want to watch this again. Just wait for Nocturne or Talon just to zoom in. Like here. I think he didn't use W there or Ignite. That's the thing with Brand. It's better to die and guarantee a kill in that situation rather than trying to escape. Let me just see exactly what happens in Slaymo here. I think you stun him before he even gets stealth, so you should be able to put Ignite on here. But W's in cooldown because you just used it in the river, but which is whatever. I think you ults in cooldown as well. Oh, he's stealth. Yeah, you're definitely dead anyway because you had no HP plus the Ignite. Yeah, that's just unlucky that you used your W in the river. That's just a little bit of bad luck. I can understand why you were poking there, trying to poke with the Xerath there. Do I only review supports? Generally speaking, yeah, because It's what I'm most comfortable with. And another item is, yeah, I just have a problem with this build that you have. You still don't have the magic penetration as well. Just imagine if you had the magic penetration against that Talon, he would have died actually. And like Liandry's does like no damage to most of their team. Maybe they will do slightly more to Singe at this point. But don't forget Liandry's based on max HP as well. Not many people, the Swain and the Singe probably have the most health in their team. Just get the magic penetration. I think I'm gonna stop it here. I think I'm just talking about the same thing over and over again now. I'm gonna zoom past this in this game just see. Harold got used, you clear that out, that's fine. You kind of let's see what happens here. You're gonna die again, aren't you? You're buying a Zhonya's, I can understand that. To be honest, what would have been a better build, actually, because you had a stopwatch in your room build setup, it would be to go Oblivion Orb into Zhonya's. Especially because, yeah, to be honest, I probably would have leaned that towards that, because you had died so much already, and particularly to the Nocturne ulti and the Talon just basically just one-shot you, and you've got a stopwatch in your build anyway. I think going Oblivion Orb into Zhonya's would have been fine, actually. Yeah. It's nice that you're getting Zhonya's, but the extra 1,500 gold you spend completing Liandry's as well, which you would have had. So basically, Liandry's is the same cost as Morello, I think. The mask costs, both Oblivion Orb and mask cost 1,500 gold, and then there's a blasting one on top. I can't remember the combined costs, so I think the combined cost on Liandry's actually might be a little bit more, like 750 maybe, whereas Morello's 500. So anyway, you would have had 1,500 gold to at least to invest into your Zhonya's at this point. Morello's 100 gold less. Okay, thanks. What's the requirement for you to review replay? I prioritize on active subs, then subs, and then normal berries. But you have to get your information in the Discord channel, on the VOD reviews channel, and get your information in there. But yeah, I think you're too far behind to carry this game now. The item build that you're forced to put yourself under. You basically have to play like a peeling brand, which isn't great. But it's like the only thing you can do right now. Just try your best to get Baron vision control. You're lucky you still have that tier 1 mid. Tier 1 mid's giving you a lot of pressure still. A lot of vision control. If I were you, I'd be trying to get your team to get around the Baron. Just clear out everything here. Like, that ward shouldn't be there. And just like hanging around the Baron and just like poke them. They're gonna be like hanging around here. Just get the Xerath to poke and stuff and just try and take control of your team a bit. The team's wandering around lost. Right now they're thinking about Baron. This is perfect. Just harass here. You can actually win the game from this situation here. Oh, you missed your combo. No, dude. And you should have used your ulti as well. Singe was running into his team. It would have bounced a lot there as well. That was crucial landing that. Yeah, man. Like, you didn't need to step forward as well. You just pulling the trigger again just a tad too early. I can understand why though, but oh no, that's... You blew it. Not only did you step out the bush and reveal that you're making a trap, but you missed your combo. You're the first one to leave this bush. That's painful to watch, actually. Oh, then you need to ult there. You don't W there, you ult there because he's about to run into his team. So many skill shots missed from your team there as well. That's fine though, whatever. Reset, just try and poke. Xerath can still poke in a situation. Singed uses ulti. Just stay here, you're fine. Look, if you look at the bot wave as well, it's pushing heavily into the tier 1 bot tower as well. I might even get that for free. Maybe not. Be close. If you guys have to, just push in this wave and go straight back to the Baron pit. Just defend. Just defend. I think you guys have a better late game. Nocturne falls off a lot late. Talon can only just one-shot people, and if once you guys start getting stopwatches and Zhonya's, it's gonna have less effect. Like Xerath already has one, you're about to get one. Just be careful, because your Renekton has no TP and you're 4v5 here. Just don't overcommit. Just don't get too aggressive in this situation. Just if you can get one pick off, then that's fine. You're playing into their hands here now though. This is fine here what you're doing. You held onto your ult a little bit too long there though. I feel like you're waiting for too much for like the perfect moment to ulti. Let me have a look again. There's two people grouped up right here. You should just use your ult. First thing you do is ult. First thing you do, your ult. You always start off with... You seem to always like to starting off with W first. You just miss... It's two reasons why you start ult first there. They're already grouped up there anyway, so it's going to bounce at least 3 times. And once they've got the blaze stack on anyway, when they get hit by that W, they can take 25% more damage as well. I think wait, what? What's this combo you do here? Sorry for the rewinds, I need to watch this. So you've already done E on the Swain here, and you haven't done Q yet. You decided to use your ulti instead of Q here. So you do W then ulti? You should just Q there. No. You're getting your combos all wrong. So yeah, my suggestion to you, AMR, would be put a break, equip a break. You're going way too aggro a lot of the time, and work on your brand combos, because most of the times I've seen you go in, it's always been like W first when it shouldn't be. W's fine to do first if you're just doing harassment, but if you're getting caught up in a skirmish like that, it should be like, it definitely shouldn't be your first spell. Yeah. Like that fight there, you should have just started off with your ulti, then you could maybe do like Q or W. I would probably do Q first because they'd be slowed and it'd be a nice guaranteed stun, and then do a W if you had to start after that. Yeah, I just think starting off your W and at the start of team fights is definitely not the best thing you should be doing. If you see two people grouped up like this together as they were, the first thing you should be thinking of is ulting. Yeah. Alright, okay, I think I'm done watching this replay. Okay. Well, hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully I wasn't too harsh. I know AMR isn't here, and I'll be putting that up onto YouTube at a later point. So yeah, just a few things there. It's just too aggressive. is the main thing. Just respect when you are at a disadvantage and you need to play a bit more smart. And work on the brand combos. Those are by far the two most important ones. I mean, later on in the game. Also, yeah, work on the brand build as well. I highly recommend to go Oblivion Orb after the Sorceress use. There wasn't really much in terms of wave management in that game. It wasn't like, didn't see anything wrong with there, but there wasn't really much to do there because you were dead all the time as well.